They claim to be the party of peace and unity, so why are Democrats backing the frontrunner for DNC chairman, who once proposed a separate American state only for black people?
Here to weigh in is radio talk show host David Webb. Nice to see you this morning, David.
Morning.
So Ellison's one of two Muslims in Congress and considered to be obviously the top guy to be taking over the DNC now that Howard Dean has taken his hat out of the ring. What do you make of this?
Well, first, look at their farm team. Think about this for a second. A washed-up Howard Dean, a radical leftist in Keith Ellison. Forget that he's a Muslim. This is a radical leftist. He does have ties to the Council on American Islamic Relations, unindicted co-conspirators in our largest terror trial in America. That alone should give you pause. If they were to actually elect Keith Ellison head of the DNC, it would be the biggest gift to the Republicans and the American people. They've lost 64 seats in the House, 13 seats in the Senate. We've seen over 1,000 seats go red in state legislatures. We've added another governor, the youngest governor in America, Chris Sununu in New Hampshire. We've got more Republican governors than Democrats. They're destroying what was your father's Democrat Party, America. Well, it's gone. And now we have the radical leftists who praise Fidel Castro, honor Che Guevara, and treat European globalist form of socialism as something great.
Well, that is the real challenge here. You had Howard Dean saying, I'm actually not going to, I don't want this job anymore. We have to start from the ground up because it's all about the grassroots level. And as you said, they have lost a number of seats. They've lost the Congress since 2010 now. This is going to be a difficult job for whoever takes it. We were talking about this yesterday. Where's the bench, though? If it isn't Ellison, who else can they look at? Is there someone moderate in their party that can maybe bring it back to reality?
Probably not anymore. I mean, think about the last moderate, really elected Joe Manchin. Before that, Bart Stupak was a possibility if you go back within the last decade. The Democrats have a generational crisis. You have the leftovers, the CBC, the prior generation. They're getting older. They can no longer serve after a while. It's fact. You get older and you're not going to be there. But where's their young farm team? Debbie Wasserman Schultz is the quality you have. Keith Ellison, look at the others. I mean, they really have a problem in that party.
As you said, it's not their daddy's Democratic Party anymore. But Keith Ellison also running into serious problems over his comments about Israel. And
anti-Semitic comments.
Yeah, this is a comment that came up just recently. He said this in 2010. This is Keith Ellison.
The United States foreign policy in the Middle East is governed by what is good or bad through a country of 7 million people. A region of 350 million. All turns on a country of 7 million. Does that make sense? No. Is that logic?
What does that say about Keith Ellison?
It says that he doesn't understand the actual term logic and what it means. It's not 7 million versus 350 million. It's what's right versus what is wrong. We have despotic governments. We have a level of thinking that the Western world, the modern world, wouldn't consider. In Saudi Arabia, where a woman takes a selfie and now they're calling for her to be thrown to the dogs. We've got morality police on the streets. We've got the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the largest trainer of terrorists around the world, the largest state sponsor. I don't care about the numbers, 7 million versus 350 or 350 million. I care about what's right and what's wrong, what progresses the lives of people in the region versus what draws them backwards.
And that's the state of Israel. I mean, our ally, a long time in the region, is the reality is if he's tried to walk back from those comments, but it's the policies of this party and of Keith Ellison are ultimately what's getting him in trouble here.
Yeah, because whether they are directly involved in enacting the policies or enabling it by their actions or lack of actions, the leftist movement of the Democrat Party has seen this coalition and this rise of socialist, leftist, anti-American, anti-capitalist movement. Look at Jill Stein, who has just hoodwinked everyone.
I was just
collected $7 million. What is it, about $2 million for the count in Wisconsin?
Yeah, for what?
She's got 5 left, and she's filing suit in Pennsylvania. You're being punked, America, in the most dangerous way, because while we kind of look at it and sometimes go, it's good for us, let them show themselves to be who they are. It's dangerous for people who may ascribe to liberal ideals in some way. America's founded on diversity, not dragging down a segment of the population.
That's a great point.
Yeah. David Webb, you're full of great
always great
points.
to
Always
see you.
great to see you.
Good to see you.
Sunday, too.
Love the slippers. I think Pete
All
Hegseth
right.
should wear them every weekend.
I might. They have
agree.
bells on them, too. You can hear me jingling.
You can hear you walking down the hall.
Right, it's like putting a bell on the cow. You know where Pete is.
Thanks, David.